everyone, it is Susie and I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I have a fun little make that I did. I got my new Somerset Studio, that's probably been about 2 weeks ago. And anyway, I found some really fun things in here, maybe one or two. But I've marked these. Let me see here. If you haven't got the magazine yet, it is not chocked full of what I would call my kind of projects, but I still like to look at everything. I love these bags, and so I think I'm going to have a play with those at some point there. And this was really pretty too, but it's more colorful than I am, but that is really pretty. I love that. Has something to do with, I think it was circus. Let's see. Yeah. It was called Step Upright. A larger than life circus journal. But anyway, it was really pretty. I love the colors in there. I don't use colors like that. That's kind of, you know, I'm more monochromatic there. I like mine to be neutrals. This was really pretty. I thought this was super, super cute, using these little beaded, they're in gold. And anyway, I like that. That would be actually a pretty decent, easy project. If you had your frames, your little cabinet card frames from Tim Holtz. But anyway, that was the couple of projects. This was pretty too here. But there was a couple projects there that I thought I might give a go at. The bags for sure for Christmas. But I got the Somerset Holiday, the holiday one. Now this has just come out. It may have been out maybe a week or two. But anyway, I was at Joann's and I picked it up. I love, love, love this one. This was just a really fun. This is so super cute with this little jar. That is adorable with the little snowman in there and the bird. Absolutely love it. Here was another cute little project, making these little snowmen out of wool. But I did make a project out of here, and that's kind of what I wanted to show you. It's Lynn Moncrieff, which is my favorite artist. I love going through Pinterest and looking at her projects. But now this is not Lynn's here, but this was also a pretty one that I may play with when I do the bags. Now this is just using Tim Holtz here. And a little burlap. And a little, I'm sure it's a plastic star. I did not read what it was she used. But this particular here with the postcard, I believe that's Tim Holtz. And I know the backdrop is Tim Holtz. So anyway, I thought that was really cute. I may, here's another cute one. This is, I believe, Tim Holtz paper here. It looks like she used an old photo. Absolutely love, love, love that. So, I will be playing with some bags over Christmas. And this here's a cute idea as well. Just making your little tree out of the words. Pretty simple, but yet just cute. But here is what I wanted to show you right here. Now, I did make this, or I put my spin on it. I didn't do any of the little canvas bags. I didn't have any burlap bags there to do, but I just used what I had on hand. And I didn't have a foam brush. I just used a regular paint brush for my gesso, but it's just really gesso. She's got some recycled packing paper, which I believe is what she made out of this. And I simply used masking paper, and you could pick that up at Walmart or Lowe's, or it's what you use when you paint to mask off what you don't want to get paint on. Very inexpensive if you haven't checked out masking paper. And it comes in craft and green, I believe. But I have several rolls of the craft that I bought, oh gosh, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So that is what I used. Some jute. Let's see. I'm trying to think. She used Liquitex gesso, and my gesso is I think Dina Wakley. Yeah, Dina Wakley. And I actually had some from Walmart. I'm going to show you this. But now this is an acrylic gesso, and it is not near the white that I like when I'm using gesso. So, as a matter of fact, I made a bag with it, and I'll show it to you. But just beautiful. This is wrapping paper she has done with a little jute twine. Really, really cute. It was pretty easy. Here are the bags, and I did do these. My twigs are not as perfect as these. As a matter of fact, I only really had one twig because I live in an apartment complex now. I sold my house last year. I don't have any trees out here, and so there was one twig laying in the yard when I went to take the trash out, and I grabbed it. So my twig is not, I didn't have a selection of twigs to go, I guess I should say. I didn't have a selection to choose from. So I know that's funny, but I don't miss mowing grass. I don't miss, getting the trees trimmed. I don't miss the leaves falling. I don't miss having to clean. I guess I should say I don't miss cleaning up the mess, okay? I kind of miss having trees and that kind of stuff, but I have shrubs, and I'm happy with that. But I don't miss having to mow and clean up leaves and getting the trees all trimmed and things. So this here was really cute. I absolutely love these tags, and I did some tags there. And here are the burlap bags, which are just gorgeous. But I love Lynn Moncrieff's work. Absolutely love it. I'll kind of give you a sneak peek here of some of the magazine. Really pretty. I love Christmas, and we are getting closer every day now to the end of the year. So, and then this was cute. I'm going to try to do some of these. I have craft cardstock, and they've just printed them off, which I absolutely think is cute, and used them as tags on their gifts. So that's really cute. And they even made little placemats, place cards with them for the table. That's really cute. And I have seen these big ones. I've seen a lot of people make those and actually sell them in the antique shops or little thrift, crafty shops. So anyway, that is kind of the magazine. And if you haven't got this magazine, this is really a good one. Here's one, I believe is tea bags, yeah. Yeah, counting down to Christmas with a cup of tea. Now that's really cute. And they have, looks like they have just hand drawn that and put a little color on it. Isn't that cute? So cute. That would be a good idea too. But this one was a really nice magazine this time around. So anyway, that's the holiday, Somerset Holiday, and it's out now. So anyway, but I want to show you what I've made. And really, this is what I used. Just stuff I already had at the house. So, just a regular size lunch bags. These are not the jumbo. These are just the regular size bags. And then here is some twine, but I used some thinner than this. But I can't find any of that really thin twine anywhere. So, but I just used what I had. I mean, use what you have. Mine is thinner that I did end up using, but it was something I'd ordered off Wish several years ago, and it came with, I believe it was the little thank you tags or something, and it came with some really thin twine, and I just hung on to it, and that's actually what I used. But you just need some twine. And then Walmart, I bought this about a couple weeks ago, because I had been looking for some craft cardstock at Walmart, so I didn't have to go anywhere or order it online to print some tags off with. And so this was a really nice cardstock. It's just the pin and gear. It is 60 sheets. I'm trying to find the poundage. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, here, 80 pound. It's 80 pound cardstock, so it's not real heavy, but it's, it's pretty thick for just a tag if you need a tag. So that is what I used, guys. And then like I said, I used the Dina Wakley gesso and the acrylic gesso from Simply from Walmart. And I'm going to show you. Here is my little bags that I did. These are some Tim Holtz stamps right here, some little Christmas stamps. And here's my little twig. It was long enough I could cut it in 3. So there was my little gift bags. And then what I did on the back is I just did a little bit of gesso. I didn't want to gesso it all up. So it's just hit and miss there. I threw a little bit of coffee on there and sprayed it. And I took coffee grounds is what I did, the little instant granules, and I just really pressed them down. I made them super fine. And then I just threw a few on there and took a little coffee spritzed it. And it came out pretty good. It wasn't too coffeed. But if I had wanted to keep it white, and I'll kind of show you. Here's some wrapping paper I made, and I'll unroll that. Here's my tags, and they're more on the side of coffee stain because I took some coffee and then put my granules on there. But like I said, they're really, really thin. I tried to keep them really thin. And just put a little on there and spritzed it, and they came out like that. This is just some little linen fabric there that I actually had it already coffee stained, and then I took and took my stamp and put it on there, so inked it up. And then, but what I found out is I had some paper left over, so I stamped it. I put a little gesso on it, okay, and I stamped it. But when I put my gesso down, if I wanted to keep that white, I should have threw a few little grains down while my gesso was wet. And what it did is it just kind of glued the granules to the paper. So that's probably what I should have done if I wanted to keep my gesso looking nice and white. And it just adhered the granules. That's all it did, is just adhered them. And anyway, it looks quite nice that way, I think. So anyway, I just wanted to share that, where these got more dinged because I used the coffee spray on the granules. So, okay, so there are the bags and the tags. And then here is, oh, and I have to show you with the wrapping paper. I actually wrapped something with the paper I made. So I wanted to show you that. So I just took, and like I said, this is just the masking paper. And I left, because it's really hard not to get gesso on the back side. So I just left it, even though there's a little gesso on that side. But here is the wrapping paper. This was really fun to make, super simple. I just took my masking paper, and you can get this masking paper kind of wide and then it's more narrow. Well, I had the wide, and what I actually had to do is just cut it in half. So this is half of a roll, you know, the roll, because it was pretty good width. But you can buy it smaller like this. And so all I did was I put my gesso, I spread my gesso all over my paper, and I let it dry. And then I took my stamp, okay, and I just kind of stamped like a little pattern. I don't think you'd even have to stamp a pattern, but I tried to keep it just kind of a pattern going. And then I took a stencil and took my ink and just stenciled some dots in there, here and there. But anyway, there is my little paper, and that was it. And then I threw a little coffee on it and spritzed it. So that's how it got kind of the brown tints in it. But anyway, there is my wrapping paper. That was so fun. That was a super fun project. And then here is the other one. I used a different pattern on this one. But this was an absolutely fun project. Okay, so same way, there's my masking paper, okay? And on the other side, I took my gesso and I spread it on. I let it dry. And then I did the same thing. I just took my stamp, and I have a different stamp for this one. And I just tried to make kind of a pattern the same way. And I took a few little granules and I sprinkled them on there, and I spritzed it with some coffee. But like I said, if I had wanted to have my gesso more white without the coffee spritz there, I would have needed to put those granules down while my gesso was wet, and it would have just adhered them to the paper. So, but that's just part of creating. You kind of learn, you know, what you could have done. It just kind of teaches you what you could have done. And then this I just rolled up just so I could get a photo of it with the rolls there. But this is the paper that I made right there. So here is this pattern. I used a little different stamp on it, same way, just spritzed it with a little coffee grounds there. But this is my little gift. This came out so cute. I wanted to just wrap something like I was wrapping the wrapping paper. So I added this little Merry Christmas tag. I added some little dyed linen there. And I added a little book page. I just kept it loose. All that was just loose under the bow. And I just took it with some double-sided tape so you couldn't see any kind of tape. Okay. And I actually have something in here. So I'm going to show you all if I can get this undone. Okay, so double-sided tape. And then what I did was I made a little journal. And I wrapped it up in there. Now, how cute is that for somebody, a gift for Christmas? So, anyway, here is the little journal, which I actually have this in another video that was prior to this one. But, anyway, I just made it to wrap up there in that little package. And here I've just made a little, these are the new Tim Holtz paper dolls. I used some new ones. They had them at Joann's. And I love it when he comes out with some new ones. Even though I have tons of the old ones. I love it when he comes out with new ones. And then this little girl is just adorable. So, anyway, there is that. Just the fun little journal that I wrapped up in the wrapping paper. So that was really fun. So anyway, guys, I just encourage you to try something new. This was new for me right here, and I had a blast. You know, sometimes you get in just that little bit of a rut where you're just not very inspired by anything, and you don't even feel like creating because it seems like you just create the same thing over and over and over. Well, I had a ton of fun with this because it was something that I hadn't done before. It was something new for me, and absolutely loved it. So anyway, guys, I hope that you will give something a try there like that, and just have something, have a little fun with something that's out of your box. So have a great day, everybody, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.